Who am I? Who am I?
And who am I?
Who am I?
I'm Jim Vitruba, President of Northern Kentucky University, and it's a real pleasure to welcome you to the Northern Kentucky University campus. I've been president at NKU for 14 years. This will be my 15th coming up, and I've enjoyed every day of it. I'm biased, but this is a very, very special place. Special in terms of the breadth of academic programs, but even more important for you, special in terms of the support that you'll receive here to help guarantee your success while a student here at the university. We start with disability services. The folks in disability services are there for one reason, to make sure that you get everything out of the university that you want and deserve. When I ask students, and I talk to students an awful lot, when I ask them what makes NKU special, they say two things: small class sizes and faculty and staff who care about us. When I ask them what it means to care, they say they know our names, they return our calls, they're available outside of class. So keep that in mind. You're going to be in a large university, 16,000 students, but a large university that will feel very small in terms of class size and the proximity that you'll have to faculty and staff who can help you progress through this system. I want to mention one other thing that I think is terribly important. You will get out of the university what you decide to put into it. We're going to do everything we can to support your education, but at the end of the day, this is your education, not ours. So be sure that you make every effort to attend every class. Be prepared. Do the readings that you need to do. Prepare for examinations. Spend time in the library. Get to know students who you didn't know before and may come from different backgrounds, different parts of the country, or even different parts of the world, because that also will be part of your education. Become involved. Get involved in campus-based organizations, social clubs, academic clubs. There's a club or an activity for everyone. Make this your university, and if you do that, you'll get everything you hope for out of our university. Finally, I want to wish you every success here at NKU. We exist because of you. We celebrate your success because your success is our success. So have at it, good luck, and have a wonderful experience here at Northern Kentucky University.
Hello, my name is Peter Trenicosti, and I'm the Interim Assistant Vice President of Student Affairs. Here in our office, really Student Affairs, our mission is to really support all students in their co-curricular development here at NKU. One of the departments that reports to the Assistant Vice President of Student Affairs is Disability Services. And in my former life, down in University Housing, I was director for the last 4 years. And during my time as director, I found that the staff were just nothing but wonderful and excellent in everything they do, making sure that the students that are supported by their office receive the best education possible and have an accessible education that they can be successful in all their endeavors here at NKU.
I'm Jeff Waple, Dean of Students. I'd like to welcome you to NKU. One of my roles as the Dean of Students is to ensure that student rights and accommodations are met on campus. If you feel your rights have not been met or accommodations not met, please come and meet with the staff in our office. We work very collaboratively with the Office of Disability Services. They have a great staff. Thanks, and go Norse!
Hi, my name is Lisa Besnoy, and I'm the Director of Testing and Disability Services at Northern Kentucky University. Welcome to your Disability Services orientation. We have a great staff here to help you transition from high school to college, or to help you reacclimate to the college world if you've been out for a little while. Make sure to utilize our resources and come by often.
Hi, I'm Cindy Knox, the Assistant Director of Disability Services here at NKU. And today we are going to start our online orientation program for disability services students. Some of the things that we're going to talk about today are going to be basically understanding your accommodations that you've been provided and how to best use those accommodations. The second thing that we're going to talk about is how to pick up your accommodation letters from our office and how to appropriately hand those out to your professors. And some of the last things that we're probably going to go over is different resource areas on campus that you'll be able to utilize while you're here at NKU. Reasonable accommodations have been approved to you based on your individual needs, and these accommodations that have been approved does not require the instructor to compromise the academic integrity of his or her classroom. The faculty are going to ask you for your disability services verification letters. These letters will in turn show the instructor what your approved accommodations will be for that semester. If you do not provide the faculty with the accommodation letters, they do not have to provide you with the accommodations. That's why it's extremely important to make sure you pick up your accommodation letters. Now let's take a look at how you would actually go about turning in your schedule in order to pick up your accommodation letters from the Disability Services office.
You need to get your accommodation letters?
Yeah.
Okay,
Is there an easier way to do this? Because it took me forever to get here.
There are 3 easy options for turning in your schedule to Disability Services in order to receive your accommodation letters. Option 1. You can hand deliver a copy of your schedule to our office in the University Center, room 101. Option 2. Accommodation letter requests can also be made by visiting our website, which is disability.nku.edu, and by selecting the Accommodation Letter Request Form button located at the bottom of our homepage. Option 3. You can also request your accommodation letters by emailing disability@nku.edu.
And then from there, just like dropping it off, it'll take about 3 business days, and you'll just come back and pick it up. Hi, can I help you?
Yeah, you told me to come back Thursday to...
Oh, your accommodation letters?
Yeah.
Okay, all you have to do is just step in here, the first office right here to the left, and they will get your letters for you.
Okay, thanks.
You're welcome. Hi.
Hi, accommodation letters?
You're here to pick them up?
Yes, please.
Okay. And what's your last name?
Brownie.
Browning? Okay. Now, have you ever done this before?
No, ma'am.
Okay. So what you're going to get on the top is going to be your schedule. And the first one is going to say copy. And it'll have a big stamp on it that says copy. And that's just your copy to keep. And then there'll be one for each of your instructors. And it'll actually show your instructor's name, the class you're in, and then what your accommodations are.
Okay.
Now, if you haven't ever done this before, let me just give you a little tip when you're giving this to your instructor. So what you want to do is you don't want to wait till right before class starts, and you don't want to just hand it to them as soon as you're walking out the door and say, here you go, here's my letters, bye. You either want to make an appointment during their office hours, or kind of wait till everybody else filters out of the classroom and then go up and talk to them after class. Maybe about how you're going to do your testing, if you get testing accommodations, or how you're going to incorporate your classroom accommodations with the instructor. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I think so.
Let's take a look at some of the frequently asked questions from our current students of Disability Services. Some of the questions may be answered by staff of Disability Services or by faculty members of NKU.
The following is an example of utilizing the accommodation of priority registration through Disability Services.
Yeah, and she was telling me how one of my accommodations that I got was early registration.
Yeah.
Okay, I know I'm getting ready to register for my classes, so I didn't know, do I have to like fill something out?
To learn more about priority registration, please begin by visiting disability.nku.edu. From here, you will select the Current Students link on the left-hand side to view our Student Resources page, which houses a variety of information that may be useful to you during your time at NKU. Select Handbook to learn more about early registration. This page also contains information on a variety of topics pertaining to disability services that could be very useful to you during your years at NKU. The following example illustrates how a student should sign up for a proctored exam in the Disability Services office.
I get testing accommodations, so I'm supposed to get extended time for testing.
Right.
And when I had my intake appointment, they said that I could take my test in here, but I completely forgot how to sign up online.
Oh, that's fine. We'll just go to the computer here and I'll show you how to do it.
To sign up for a proctored exam with Disability Services, you'll begin by visiting disability.nku.edu. From here, you will click on the button on the bottom of the page that says Schedule a Proctored Test. You will now be on our registration page. Select the type of exam that you will be coming in to take, any add-on accommodations that you have been approved to receive. The number and group section must always remain at 1 and never be altered. Then select the date that you will be coming in to take your exam. Once that is selected, you will choose the time that you will be coming in. The date and time should correspond with the time the class is taking the exam and be approved by your professor. Next, you will choose New User or Returning User. If you are a new user, please select the button, fill out all of the information requested below in order to become registered with the site. If there are any instructions that you have received from the professor or anything you feel we should know, please fill in the special instructions section. Once that is finished, click on Finalize Reservation. You will receive an email confirming your appointment, and please make sure you're on time. The following is an example of how to remind your professors that you'll be taking your exams in the Disability Services office.
How do I remind my instructors to send my test over?
If you have been approved to receive testing accommodations, you must first begin by explaining this to your instructor in the initial meeting you schedule to discuss your accommodations. Next, you will remind the instructor a week before the exam to have it sent over to the Disability Services office. Next, if we have still not received your test, you will need to remind them the day of the exam to send it over. If your professor has any additional questions, please direct them to our website. For any additional questions a faculty member may have regarding disability services, please have them visit disability.nku.edu and look under the Faculty Resources link. This is an excellent page which can answer many questions faculty members may have when working with a disability services student. There's also a link to the exam tracking form, which will need to be filled out for every exam your instructor sends over to the Disability Services office.
When students come to me to set up accommodations, I like to have an opportunity to talk with them about what their needs are, whether or not they have been in contact with the Office of Testing and Disability Services. And I just like for the students to know that I'm willing to work with them in any way I can to help them set up those accommodations and make sure that they're getting their needs met.
I would definitely encourage them to turn it in as soon as possible. That way we can have the opportunity to talk about ways that we can collaborate, work together to provide the accommodation that the student may need. If there's opportunities to ask for clarifying questions or to actually check out a room that the student may be taking a test in, or just walk through ways that we can provide the best we can for the student, I would happily do so as soon as possible. So the earliest we can collaborate and make that work, we would do the best we can to provide the accommodation the student may need.
Well, I like to leave it up to the students to come and contact me. I don't know if the students are in my class, what students have a disability, so I like to leave it up to them to come and hand me their letters. The best place for you to do this is in my office at office hours. So check out your syllabus, see when your professor's office hours are, stop by, come and bring me your letter, and we can discuss what you need and what will work best for you.
This is a great time to introduce our Disability Services Transition Coordinator, Don Sabera, and he can ensure that you have a smooth transition from high school to college and during your time here at NKU.
Hi, I'm Don Sabera. I'm Transition Coordinator for Disability Services at NKU. We're glad that you're here, and we're glad that you're registered with our office. I want to talk to you about a couple things today. Primarily the difference that you may have experienced between high school and what you'll be experiencing here at NKU relative to being a student with a disability. In high school, you probably experienced that your teachers were in command of you making sure that you received all of your accommodations. If you were going to take an exam or a test, they most likely came and got you and made sure that you were taken to maybe a separate room, or that you got the necessary accommodations of additional time that you were given, if that was one of your accommodations. There's a major difference between that and college, because in college it's really up to you. You have to self-identify. And in some ways you already have, because you have identified with our office. You have brought documentation in, gotten registered, met with our assistant director, and are a part of our Office of Disability Services here at NKU. However, it continues beyond that. The next step really is to make sure that you continue to take advantage of our services.
Our Transition Coordinator, Don Sabera, can assist you in making the adjustment from high school to college. He can work with you on your time management skill development, organization coaching for your classes, as well as study skill training for your final exams. Make an appointment with Don today by calling 859-572-1352 or by emailing him at saberad1@nku.edu. There are a variety of on-campus resources designed to make your college career both successful and enjoyable. In addition to this list, you are about to hear from 4 on-campus representatives from different organizations that may be useful to you during your time here as an NKU student.
Hi, I'm Peg Adams. I'm the Director of UCAP, University Connect and Persist. Our office works very closely with faculty, staff, and students to help people network across campus so that students have the resources that they need to succeed and persist and graduate from NKU. We've done a lot of work with the Office of Disability Services and are very excited to collaborate with the office so that we can work together to make sure that students get the resources they need, the support they need to do well at NKU, to meet the people that will help them achieve their goals and to graduate.
Hi, I'm Michelle Holly. I'm with the Learning Assistant Programs. We offer free tutoring available to all students. If you're registered at NKU, we can help. The Writing Center, anywhere from pre-writing to finished revising all the way down to finished editing, we can assist you. Got problems with MLA, APA, or Chicago style? We can help. Sometimes just having someone go over your paper to catch some grammar errors or spelling can mean a letter grade. We can help. Academic tutoring, gen ed courses, any of your foreign languages, all your ologies, biology, psychology, or even your histories, we can help. It's one-on-one. And sometimes speaking to one of your co-peers can help more than a professor. We also have the Math Center. Who gets confused with math? I know I do. We can help you with all your gen ed courses. We also have statistics, and we also do the nurse dosing. We can help. SISLA, supplemental instruction, is available for students that have to take high withdrawal or failure courses, whether it's biology or chemistry or psychology. Again, you get a student teacher that works with the professor that can give you mock exams, extra notes, and has the time to stop and answer any questions. Don't wait until it's too late. Come and see us as soon as you know that you're going to need some help. We hope to see you here.
I'm
Susan Mospins. I'm the director of the Student Achievement Center at Northern Kentucky University. And the Student Achievement Center is a hub for a variety of resources for students. We're here to facilitate student success in college. And so we're here if it's a small problem, and we're here if it's a big problem. And our goal is to connect students with the resources on this campus that will help them resolve anything that might be going on that might be interfering with their ability to stay in school and to graduate. The Student Achievement Center has a strong partnership with Testing and Disability Services, a long history of working collaboratively together, shared commitment to level the playing field for students, to give them access to whatever resources and supports are available, and to facilitate students accessing those successfully, being able to utilize those, learning how to navigate the campus, navigate the resources, so that you can be as successful as you want to be.
Hi, I'm Kevin J. Hardy, and I work in the Career Development Center. And some of the things that we do in the Career Development Center are really help students everywhere from soup to nuts. From incoming students who are freshmen, sophomores, undecided students that are possibly thinking about various careers and what they could go into, as well as what major leads to certain careers.
Most of you might start your journey here at NKU at our Welcome Center. So if you want to know how to get to our office from here, follow me. After leaving the Welcome Center, you will make your way to the Applied Science and Technology Building, soon to be renamed the Hell U.S. Bank College of Business. The next stop before you reach the University Center will be the Business Education and Psychology Center, which is soon to be renamed the Math Education and Psychology Building. We've now arrived at the University Center, just a few short steps from our office, so let's take a look inside. We're now inside the University Center. As soon as you walk in, you're going to see all these wonderful study tables and chairs where students can come prepare for exams and do their homework. If you continue to follow me, you'll see the Student Achievement Center, and inside there is Student Support Services, Early Alert, and the LEAP program. We have now arrived at the Testing and Disability Services office, so let's take a look inside.